Welcome, football fans. I'm here as your soccer analyst, Mikal, and I'm going to be analyzing the match of Netherlands versus Sweden. This will be a pretty good match. So I'm going to do not a deep analysis of this match, but I'll do enough analysis to make a reasonable prediction of the scoreline. So let's go. Let's talk about the Dutch national team. They have quality in every single position, attack, midfield, and the defense. But when we've seen them play in the last month or so, they've conceded goals against the likes of Algeria, Uzbekistan, and 2 goals against Japan. I mean, teams like those, you wouldn't really expect Netherlands conceding against them, but they do. If you look at the Netherlands defense on paper, they look really stacked. Virgil van Dijk, Van de Ven, Van Hecke, who's been doing pretty good. And that defense is conceding against Algeria, Uzbekistan in friendly matches is you wouldn't really expect it. And but the Netherlands are still pretty good. I mean, they have they have World Cup experience like Virgil van Dijk, Frankie de Jong, Memphis Depay, and they also have young uprising stars like Somerville, and they've got Brobbey, who could be a success for Memphis Depay in the next 10 years or something. They got Van de Ven. They got quality. They have experienced players, and they have young uprising stars, and that makes a pretty solid team. But I mean, I'm seeing Netherlands having a good game going up front in the midfield and probably decent defense. So I mean, I am predicting that the Dutch will concede a few goals, but they will score some goals as well. So now let's talk about Sweden. So Sweden, they did not have the best World Cup qualification campaign. They didn't even win a single game in that campaign. So, but UEFA Confederation, they decided to put them into a World Cup qualification knockouts because they got first place in their Nations League, group. So I mean, Sweden, they were able to qualify for the World Cup after beating Poland, which was pretty, I mean, Lewandowski's not going to play in another World Cup, but what matters now, Sweden have gone through, and Sweden, they won against Tunisia 5-1. I mean, if you're considering that from a team who shouldn't even have qualified for the World Cup, just beating up Tunisia, that's crazy. 5-1. 4 goal contributions combined from both Isak and Gyökeres, which is pretty cool, and Ayadi with 2 beautiful goals that made it 5-1. And I mean, Sweden heading into the playing against the Dutch is gonna be a good match because Sweden against Tunisia, what we saw, Ayadi can pick up the ball and score from any angle, not any angle, but you know what I mean. Isak and Gyökeres are real threats, and they can work together. They could actually be a serious problem for the bigger nations of this World Cup, like France, Argentina, Japan, and all those big teams. And like what I said about the Netherlands defense, like they're not playing as they should be. So I mean, if Isak and Gyökeres, if they can link up great against the Netherlands, they're gonna be probably unstoppable. But as I did say, watching the game against Netherlands versus Japan, Netherlands were pretty aggressive. They had strength. Japan couldn't really do much, but they had set pieces and stuff. So I'm gonna see that Sweden are gonna be a really big threat going forward. But also Sweden have the similar problem. Sweden don't really have a good defense. They have the names of Lindelof and Hien. I mean, they're not really reliable for the World Cup, but that's their only option. So Netherlands and Sweden, their defense is not playing like the Dutch, their defense is not playing how you expect them, and Sweden's defense is not full of quality or reliability. So I'm really hoping for both sides to really score a few goals in this match. Sweden having both Isak and Gyökeres probably netting in a few goals against the Dutch, and Netherlands probably also scoring, more goals as well. They have, Brian Broadbeat, Memphis Depay, Somerville, Malen, Gakpo. They have quality in the attack. And in the midfield, Frankie de Jong, Reinders, those players could actually create lots of chances in that final third. So But my score prediction is for this match is gonna be that Netherlands win 3-2. They pick up the 3 points and they're gonna have 4 points on the group stages to spare. So 3 goals from Netherlands and 3 points for the Dutch, and 2 goals from Sweden, because you know they do have Isak and Gyökeres. They could do some damage in that defense of the Netherlands, and as well as the Netherlands, they could do some damage in the Swedish defense. So 3-2 was what I'm expecting, and if I'm right, you have to like and subscribe, please. And my next analysis is today of Germany versus Côte d'Ivoire. And please, I want you guys to watch that match. And the Netherlands versus Sweden match is gonna be June 20th, 2026, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So, catch you next one. Bye.